D-Mac, the people are going to say, and I'll wait in the chat. They'll say, well, they're just nothing new here, just bringing back their own guys. But they re-signed Pat O'Connor. We talked about Zylstra yesterday. Craig Reynolds back in the fold. Dan Skipper's back in the fold. And in about 15 seconds in the chat, we're going to get that's just Brad re-signing his own guys. And you know what? I'm just going to cut it off right now. I won't even wait this time, KG. Okay. I'm just going to cut it off now. They seem to be pretty good. The guys like Brad's guys and Campbell's guys, they seem to be pretty good. Would you not agree with that? So I don't have any kind of problem with it whatsoever.
Thank you.
They know what they have to offer. We know what they have to offer. They can perform. We've seen them perform. Constantly, we've seen them perform. They had a bad night in January that ran against all the data we have on them during the rest of the time. So, D-Mac, I'm going to stand here right now and just get right in front of it, man. I'm happy with it because I know what they are. And they were a 15-2 regular season football team last year. They were a playoff team the year before. They were division champions back-to-back. Is it the end goal? No, it's not. Have they won the Super Bowl? No, they haven't. Do they need to? Yes, they do. Is it Super Bowl or bust? Yes, it is. But those guys have shown they can get you into the club. Period. End of story.
I mean, what are we talking about here? To me, Brad Holmes has decided that what he had here is better than what he could go get. Now he's still got work to do, but I have no problem with guys coming back that know the system, that at different points have been impact players. What are we talking about here? These are all supplementary guys.
Correct.
We've proven that, right? What did Dan Campbell said? Said 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago, I got to prepare like all my starters are going down. This is just insulation. I mean, can we not just call it for what it is? It ain't the big move. It ain't the other edge guy or stuff like this, but it's like I liked what I developed, and I think there's more here, right? With a year under their belt, with pretty much, I know the coordinators are gone, but it's the same culture, same sort of system, and these are their guys. These are the guys that Brad Holmes thinks can execute what Calvin Shepard wants. What are we talking about? You either trust the guy or you don't. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, my perspective on if says you're gonna trust the GM or whatever, it's not unfaithful. It's the reasons that you just listed off of why he deserves. Let him cook. I mean, that's bottom line. Can we just let him cook? And is really the end of March the time to have this conversation?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, D-Mac, and I have to apologize to our chat community here on Big D Energy. I have to look you in the eye and say I'm sorry because I thought I predicted that there was going to be some issues brought up, and there wasn't with the chat community. But I am, however, getting messages. But you know where I'm going with this. I
know.
Quote. Sam Flannel had a crash out about this in the morning. Enlighten me.
Again.
So when we brought up Pat O'Connor, he took that opportunity to completely shit on it. He's saying it was a nothing burger. He's like, a practice squad player, which I think we all know, like he's a depth piece, but he's a little lower on the totem pole. But I thought it was a good move. He came in here and he performed in the spot he was put in last year. Flannel Sam just completely shit on it.
What do you have, Chase? I know it's big because you raised your hand.
Well, I was just going to say I clipped it because that's part of my job, and I just sent it to Spenny, so we can actually just play.
Oh, really?
Because it's part of my job. I love it.
And then we can just play what.
Thank you, Chase.
Yeah, hey, you know what? From the Chase Lounge exclusive. Can we have these? Can we just have Chase Lounge exclusive?
He just fed y'all the video.
Did you send it to me on Slack?
Yeah, it's still uploading, Spenny, so it might take a sec, but it's like halfway there.
So Spenny, I'm getting it. Sam's acting like this was the end-all, be-all answer at defensive end.
Yeah, we're rolling him out in the NFC Championship.
What do we pay? What do we pay this guy?
Has anyone seen the numbers?
No.
$1 million bucks?
That's what I'm saying.
It can't be no more than 1 or 2 million.
Yeah.
Isn't like Paddock, okay, if he has to make a couple plays this year, he's gonna.
Yeah.
And
but he's a good depth piece. That's what I was
veteran,
trying to
good guy
illustrate to
in
Sam.
locker room.
That is a good depth piece, and Sam was saying he's not even considered depth. Like he's that ass, I guess. That he's not even considered a role player or a depth piece.
Like, I don't think Lions fans really realize how, like, look at this list.
Should be uploaded, Benny.
This is the list of free agents the Lions lost. They have to build a roster. They have to field a team. Look at that fucking list. Look at how many guys were free agents.
Look at it.
They have to sign these guys to field a team. Like, these aren't the guys that Pat O'Connor's here. Put him next to Aiden Hutchinson. They're winning the Super Bowl. Look at this fucking list again. Right. Look at that. How many guys were free agents? They need bodies to build a team. Mitchell Agood, Zylstra, Skipper, Pat O'Connor. No, these aren't life-changing signings, but you need players to play in the NFL. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, but I'm making this up, Spenny.
No.
That's what I'm told all the time. You're making this up.
It's crazy because he's borderline praised Craig Reynolds for getting signed, but I'm like, it's
the same exact thing.
He's a defensive Craig Reynolds.
It's the same exact thing.
It's the same thing.
And I ride with Craig Reynolds. Dumb heavy. Like, I
absolutely.
like Craig Reynolds a lot.
Absolutely.
All right, we got the flannel
Oh,
cut.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear
I
it.
thought he was being a tad strong. Man.
Happy with the Craig Reynolds one, the Pat O'Connor one.
Why do you hate Pat O'Connor so
If you're
much?
blowing your wad over Pat O'Connor, seek help. There were people on social media, oh, great move, Patty O.
He's a likable.
Remember, it was just St. Patrick's Day.
He's a likable
You know,
depth piece.
and you know how
I
we
don't
do about our
understand.
depth pieces and our role players here in the great state of Michigan.
Oh. You talking about
depth? Listen, bro.
You know Sam don't like role players. You know he don't.
There
So-
are literal people in this city that Don Kelly, fuck Prince Fielder, he was a bum. That literally happens. Ask regular Tiger fans.
Sam,
It's the Detroit ethos. It just is when it comes to certain things. I don't give a shit about Pat O'Connor.
I'm just saying.
He blows.
Your second
He's a
base-
nobody.
Didn't he contradict himself right out of the bat when he said, "I like the
Yep.
Craig Reynolds signing, but
Yeah.
Pat isn't it the same? Like, am I reading this wrong, Neil? But isn't that the same sort of level of depth that you're signing right there to Spenny's? You got to field a team, and these are guys that you know. Like grass ain't greener, guys, and you know what? Like, sometimes what you know is better than what you don't.
23 free agents.
Oh,
the
you're talking
Lions
about
missed
disabled
from
list
last year.
again?
Like 23.
Same amount as on a DL.
I don't understand. You think they're just going to sign 23 $10 million
Yes,
a year guys
yes,
to
Benny,
come
yes.
in here?
Why are they not?
Like, what the fuck are we doing? You can't sign all-stars to fill 23 holes on your roster.
I hope Pat O'Connor makes like a strip sack, something big, whatever. Like,
Well,
this.
you know what's funny about it is when you go to X and you put in Pat O'Connor, because I'm looking for the terms, right? Like, I want to see the money, and no one has the money yet.
Yeah,
Like,
it's probably going to be like
doesn't
$1.5
have it.
million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a venture.
Whatever it is. And the first thing I see is Al Karsten on Twitter, football guy Al. He has two video clips of Pat O'Connor getting pressures against Jordan Love. And he says he played a career-high 235 snaps last season. He had played 313 snaps in his entire career before that. He lined up as a nose tackle in 25% of the snaps. Here's clips of him with quick pressures to force Jordan Love into two consecutive third down incompletions. Worth it. $1 million guy last year, right? Forced two consecutive third down incompletions, worth every penny. If he didn't do anything else, worth every penny.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. That's what these guys are for.
Yeah. It's so funny. He brought your name up again, D-Back. I'm snitching today. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Flannel brought my name
He
up?
brought your name up
He-
again. He did. I'm mad. Chase, you gave him the clip, but the money clip was the one before that. But yeah, like he was on the tangent this morning. I'm like, it's not like he came in here and did like not shit. Like he performed. Like, not saying this is a game-changing signing or anything.
You're not paying Pat O'Connor
Can we not
$10 million
for
a
what
year.
it is or what he's asked to do?
Yeah, and I
But
know-
obviously, do you not think with your new, does anybody back it up a little bit and say, oh, your newly promoted defensive coordinator, let's see what he has to say about these guys that he spends all the time with that who want, like, because what do you want? What if you're Calvin Shepard? What's the number one thing you want? Right? Yes, you want the talent. Yes, you want all these guys, but you want dogs, and you want your guys. You want guys that are going to go to war.
You want football players
that are going to go to war with you. The guys that you're resigning, the Craig Reynolds, the Nowotskis, the Zylstras, the Pat O'Connors, they're your meat and potato warriors that, you know what, Neil, at the end of the year, I'm surprised it was 265 snaps, but if you have 2 plays out of these guys that make a difference, that's how you win championships. And you know what, Flannel, you can say whatever you want. Next time you're at the Hockey Hall of Fame, just go look who scored the cup clinching goal in '97, because they don't take that away. So you know what? Had a moment. And you don't have to be a Hall of Famer to have Hall of Fame moments. Just, it's an analogy of life. Step up at your moment and take care of what you can. Right?
It's very simple.
Because winning championships ain't about the 95% of the time when all the best players in the world play their best and stuff like this. It's the other 5%. That's what it is. That's sports. Right? How many times do the greatest of the greats, right, in the game, when it comes down to it, yeah, they've carried it the whole way and in that position, but what? Oh, I'll go back here. This one's for you, Maz. Bill Mazeroski. Home run, Pittsburgh, walk off, 57 or something like that, right? When you were like 20 years old, you were covering it. But like I'm saying, like it's time for, that's what sports is all about, right? What is football about? What's the number one ability? Availability. So it ain't about your stars. We've seen it here. But at the end of the day, like this is your army that they're putting together. So yeah, Pat O'Connor's. Whatever you think in the Army that is irrelevant, but it is. Maybe he's your ammo guy that makes sure, and doesn't go on the front line, but he's got to make sure all your ammo's in your helicopter before you leave. Oh, right? Like, I mean, isn't it that simple, Neil? Isn't it that simple?
Yes.
I mean, to me, it was as simple as that, oh, this is what Brad Holmes wanted. It goes to Calvin Shepard. Calvin Shepard's going, I've been to war with these guys. We've built something. I know what I'm getting out of these guys, and it's better than anything else. Plus, you need to spend money to field a team. Spenny just showed you.
You need 53 players. You need 53 players.
I don't
and you're talking about like locker room angle and stuff like that. It took me 6 seconds to see clips on back-to-back third down plays of Pat O'Connor with the pressure that led to an incompletion. If every $1 million guy you sign, if every $1 million guy or 1.5 million, what basically just above NFL minimum, if every guy you sign has a highlight reel like that where it's just 2 plays where they impact winning, like, I don't know, third down stops, where they impact winning, you'll be a good football team. Why are the Lions a good football team? Craig Reynolds. Montgomery goes down. Craig Reynolds goes in. Pat O'Connor, back-to-back third down pressures, get off the field. That's why the Lions, how many times we got to go over this, man? That's why the Lions are good.
And like, listen, I want another edge. They're going to get one in the draft. I've already come to terms with that. That's where Brad Holmes is going to get his guy to pair next to Aiden Hutchinson. Would I have liked them to go out there and sign Joey Bosa or sign, Judon or any of those guys? Yeah, absolutely. But it's also important to have more than 30 guys on your 53-man roster when you're walking into the draft. That's kind of something you need to have. I mean, I know that's crazy, but, like, you walk into the draft and you only have 30 guys on your 53-man roster. Like, I don't think that's a recipe for success. So these ancillary pieces that are being signed, nobody is, Pat O'Connor. Nobody's doing that. But you need the Pat O'Connors. You need the Craig Reynolds. You need the Shane Zylstras. You need guys like that to field a fucking team. They're not different. They're not these all-stars or superstars. That's why they're signing 1-year, $1 million deals to be players on your team.
And I was trying to explain to Flannel, this goes a long way in terms of culture as well. No matter what your status is with this team, whether you're a superstar practice squad guy, you come in here, you perform, we will treat you accordingly. Quan Alexander, he was brought in. He didn't show much. He's not on the team anymore.
Bingo.
But Pat O'Connor, you came in. You came in a big
you
spot.
Affected winning.
Yeah, exactly. You contributed to winning. We take care of you.
Like, for the people like that, he literally affected winning. There's clips of it right here. You can't deny that. He affected winning.
And
Period.
You nailed it, Kenny. Sam has no, like, you can't get mad at him because he doesn't know what culture is. Like, as far as what a real team culture to win, because it hasn't been there. When the person next to you is more important than yourself, that fills the role. You might not understand it. But, like, I go back to, why are we having this conversation when this team, Spenny, you just said they got to field the team. This team's not even filled out.
Yeah.
Can we Neil, argue about Brad Holmes and what he's done, but can we not wait until, like, he's put this team together and said that? And then when you go, oh, Pat O'Connor's your backup defensive end, and you might have something to stand with the fact that that's your next guy in line, you haven't improved it. But why are we can somebody please explain why we're having this conversation about Brad Holmes at this time of the season?
I just think people that are losing their minds about the Lions re-signing a Pat O'Connor and a Shane Zylstra and a Craig Reynolds and not getting one of these $10 million a year edges are fucking stupid, because it's not the same move.
Spenny, I sit up here and try.
Yeah.
I do my part. I can lay my head on my pillow tonight going, you know what, damn it, Neil, you did the best you could.
Tried.
Right.
You did the best you could, and some people can't be helped.
Like, you have to make those moves. You
Super
have
chat.
to sign these $1 million a year guys to field a fucking team.
Robert Closey in the super chat. Mike G just won the chat today. Ironically, Flannel is the Pat O'Connor of Woodward. Flannel O'Connor. It works. We should do a shirt in the Woodward
Flannel
Sports
O'Connor
cover.
shirt.
Hilarious.
Flannel O'Connor with him just crashing out on the front.
Right.
Oh my God, that would work. That would work well. Dante 151 per Adam Schefter via ESPN. The Green Bay Packers are officially proposing to ban the tush push. What are the Packers doing anymore?
The Lions also put a proposal out there. I saw Ben Raven post it.
Come on, Lions.
Shout out to Ben Raven, dude. One of the best in the game when it comes to Lions beat reporters. Dude's a dog. Let me find it real quick just to get the exact terms. The Detroit make amends to Rule 8, Section 4 to eliminate an automatic first down as a penalty imposed by defensive holding and illegal contact. So they want to get rid of automatic first down.
That'll never happen.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, like
Hey, the
Nicholas.
Lions got one passed already.
Sorry, Nicholas Duncan, right? Says I can't criticize Brad, but Steve, I can. Fair enough. Does Steve not deserve the question where this team's at to whatever? Like, we try to explain the whys. I can see the different whys, but with Brad, like, that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't it be right? Trajan Langdon should sort of get a bit of a pass in what he's done, put together, right? The question marks on Scott Harris. Everybody seems to have turned a little bit and liked what he's done now or whatever. Yeah, put the spotlight on Iserman if you have questions. Like, Brad Holmes doesn't deserve it. But do you agree? Like, Steve Eisner deserves it more than Brad Holmes. If you need somebody to get after, I just don't. Neil, please explain to me why right now. Why are we getting all bent out of our fucking ass, out of shape?
I don't know.
At the end of March, when we still got the draft, where I don't know, Brad Holmes cooks.
Yeah.
It's like.
You got the draft.
It's like in golf, bro. You got you're tied and you got Rory and you got a 520-yard par 5 left. That's driver 8 iron. Driver 8 iron, 2 putts, let's go home.
It's over.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Give the guy a chance, because that's what he does in the draft. Anybody not think he's going to pull off a Brad Holmes magic move? Now, here's the thing. Brad Holmes magic, and then everybody going, why did he draft that guy? I mean, I just don't understand that.
In the super chat, John Effing Lord, can Woodward bring in Ben Wallace, J-Mo, and Pat O'Connor in studio?
That would be so funny.
That would be electric. I missed one of the super chats.